And so what is resolve? So we talked about the idea of the why already, right? And then that could be a whole nother workshop of 3-4 days talking about that. But that's out of Simon Sinek's idea of start with why. If you haven't read that book, take a look at that. It's an awesome book, a really good resource, right? And so the idea of resolve is how committed are you to your why, right? If you're not committed to it, then it's not the right why for you. Your why is something that you got to live. You have to go after that no matter what. That's how you feel about your why. And if you don't feel that way about it, it's not the right why for you. You can't take someone else's why, by the way. I want to point that out as well. And also, money is not a why. That's another thing to think about. Money by itself is nothing more than a means to an end. Anyone who wants to disagree with me, that I'm happy to talk about that. That's off of this, or here if we have time. But it's not in and of itself. It means nothing. Resolve is going to help you deal with and overcome fear. And when I say overcome, it's going to let you deal with it, let it wash over you, because at that point, again, like water on a duck's back, it doesn't affect you. It's just more feedback, because that's what it is. Fear is actually feedback. It's like, oh, this situation, I see a risk here. That's feedback. You accept that and understand that risk. You're willing to accept that risk, then go forward with it. And fear is also what keeps you going when things get tough. It's what tells you, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to weather this storm no matter what. It doesn't matter what comes my way. I'm still going to do this. And it's more important than resources and knowledge. So Ron mentioned earlier that one thing that people think about is like, oh, I need to get that certification. I need to learn that one more thing. I got to learn that or learn this. No, knowledge. If you don't know how to do something, if someone tells you to cut an onion and gives you a knife, are you going to go Google how to cut an onion, or are you just going to cut it? You're probably just going to start cutting it. Now your eyes are going to hate you, but you're going to start cutting the damn thing, right? Even if you never cut one, you're going to start cutting it because you know how a knife works in general. You're going to make that work and figure out how to make that work. If someone tells you to do something that matters to you and you don't know how to do it, you're going to find a way to do it. Now, maybe you're going to Google it, right? But either way, that effort of Googling it, if they didn't tell you, you're still seeking out that answer on your own. You don't have to go through any kind of knowledge or certification program. You don't get certified to cut an onion, right? You're not going to sit there and like, I need to take a course in cutting an onion before I can cut this onion. You can get it done because in the moment you need to get that done. That's how it is going to be with an entrepreneur, with an entrepreneurial mindset. That's what resolve looks like. It's finding a way to get the resources or create the resources or get things done even though you don't have the resources. You get more creative when you have a need to do things, when you feel like that thing is what you need to and what you want to do. So fear is always going to exist, right? But it's what you do in the face of fear that matters.